Hello, YouTube. My name is Speaker Michael D. Landingham, Chairman of All Lives United, Incorporated. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. This is my first video. I might have to do two parts, so this is part number one. First, I want to give the honor and glory to God, for He's the leading force in my life. And I thank God for everyone who is able to be able to watch this video and learn and share. Me being a speaker on uniting all factions of all societies together under a formal page called All Landinghams United. All Landinghams United was a conglomerate of different individuals, white and black, who share the same name and the same blood. And I gathered them within 3 months from May 10th. That was the start date of All Landinghams United. And when I decided to change the name to All Lives United, before I did, 340 people became my friends on Facebook, and 68 to 72% of them are white. And I gathered them within less than 3 months, saying that we're all one family, all one blood, and we got tired of the separation. We got tired of being taught hatred and being taught what is not right. And so what I did was I gathered as many people as I could, and to put them in prime position to help learn more about our family history, which is the Van Landingham family history. There are 4 groups. One of them is Van Landingham, Val Landingham with 2 L's, Val Landingham with 1 L, and Landingham, which is me. And my family's name originated from Germany and the Dutch area in the Baltic states, and moved westward towards England, and came to America during the pilgrimage. And one of the first Landinghams that set foot in America his name was Michael Van Landingham. And therefore, now Michael D. Landingham has started to bring all factions of Landinghams together under the same cause and effect, where we're all one people, one family, and we all share the same name and same blood. Ancestry.com is amazing, so check that out as well. This website on Facebook is about building a bridge for all peoples and all societies to come from out their corners and meet in the middle and have a tough discussion about race in America. And since my background, my blood is slave owners and slave descendants, I have a better perspective of knowing about how to bring all societies and all factions of Americans together. We are all the same, and therefore, skin color has nothing to do with but the content of your character. And therefore, that's why this page was created, to give hope and inspiration to millions around the world who are looking for some kind of ray of hope. I don't have $1 million set. I don't have, a bunch of people running around I'm paying. I have a select few people that are doing it because it's in their heart and it's the right thing to do. And I do have $1 million mouth and $1 billion mind and a heart made of gold. So that's the value in why I'm doing this video, to show the rest of the world and the American people that there's a better choice in knowing how to come together. So just reading some notes here so I can make sure I stay on point. Building bridges to have all factions of Americans to come together to solve what we all face at the same time. And we may be separate, but the problems that we face as Americans has affected us all. And it makes common sense to come together in solidarity and fix the problems that we all face together. How do we do that? Well, we got to have a moderator who can start with a frank discussion about race in America. How do we get to this point? And how come African Americans have been felt left out for so many years, so many decades, and this is the end result, building up. I can't tell it all in 14 minutes, so that's why it's 2 parts to it. But I will continue to leave videos out to, let the American people know exactly how to do so. So, just to give you a little taste of how we do it. Like I said, with my family, I got all of them together, and white, black, some Latino that shares the same name and the same blood, and they're Republicans, Democrats, gay and straight, and they all have entrusted in me to deliver this message of unity. And if I can do this with family, I can do this with the rest of the world. And so, like I said, I have a blueprint to bring all factions of Americans together, of knowing what's really going on within our government. And we'll get into that as well. I'd like to talk about what happened here in Cleveland. Number one, we're the champions. We won in dramatic fashion and form because first we believed we all came together, all under one. And that one won it for all. And that is how this special place here in Cleveland, where also after we won the championship, not too long after that, the Republican National Convention was here, and I was down there speaking outside with bullhorns and with other factions, whites and blacks, in solidarity behind my message. It's about unity, it's about country, it's about God, and we need to have all 3 of those to make America great for the very first time. We could be great with our technology, we'd be great with our wealth, we'd be great with our military power, but really, to make America fully great is for all its citizens to come together in solidarity, knowing that the American dream is for all, not for some. This country does not belong to one faction, it belongs to every single free, abiding person that has freedom and love of God and country in their hearts. And but here in Cleveland, during the Republican convention, I was speaking and talking to a lot of different folks. Did at least about 50-some interviews. Local affiliates from different parts of the country came here. Cleveland was the center of the world. And I spoke very diligently. I spoke with poise. I spoke with determination and knowledge and wisdom. And every one of them, have said, I'm the next Martin Luther King, or I should be VP for Trump, or are you running for president? And if you check out my videos on Facebook, on All Lives United, live, but you just type up All Lives United and you'll see the videos that's been posted. I've had white people hug me while I'm doing a live show and give me, inspirational encouragement and saying that you're on the right track, and I don't know why there's no members in either party speaking the same way you're speaking. And we need a leader. We need a leader with strong determination, strong blinding courage, not to see the messes or the separation that caused this mess, of doubting each other, of not believing in each other. And it's going to take each and every one of us to come together to find out what's going on in our government. Never in time in American history that we don't have 2 qualified candidates that is running. One is untrustworthy, and the other one is just all over the doggone place. So truth of the matter is, the American people are woken up and realize that we need a leader, a strong leader to know how to bring people together. That's the first thing that we need as a leader, to know how to bring people together. See, we can talk about jobs, we can talk about healthcare, we can talk about all that, but if we do not come together first, that's the first main problem we got to solve. And we solve that, everything else will just slide into place the right way, in its own time. But what happened here, let me say this, what happened in Cleveland is a big mess, but the message I stick to was the same, was Donald Trump had the opportunity to change. I know he said a lot of stuff that was stupid and was all outdoors. I don't know what the hell was the problem, but technically it was just the people around him telling him what to say, what to do, and they didn't know what the hell. They just said, try this, try that, try a Mexican bowl, try eating KFC with a fork. But if he had the right people and the right organization around him that can know and understand what America is going through and what they're facing right now, then he have a better chance. Number 3 reasons why I think Donald Trump can win. Number 1, if Donald Trump replaces Mike Pence, because he's Mike Pence, and replace someone who's a young black African American, who's a Christian, who understands the struggle, who understands on both sides of the aisle, who understands exactly what whites go through, what blacks go through, especially what black people's gone through, because I'm black and I know it's, but I do have, white in me. But I embrace both of it, but also using my heritage to know that how can we gain trust for certain factions of society to bring them all in the whole. And that's number one. So if he can find somebody like that, maybe someone like me, Mike Pence, Michael D. Landingham, sounds a lot better. Number two, he must apologize. Donald Trump now speaking of, must apologize to some of the rhetoric that has been said, and people will forgive you. But you got to do it in solidarity. You got to do it with care, and you got to do it with love, and you got to do a whole 180 change on who's around you, because they don't give a doggone about you. They only care about the spotlight in which you're in to steal it for them to push their agenda through you. Number three, change the approach of what the Republican Party stands for. There was a study that did it a year ago about how can we bring more inclusive people, more blacks, more minorities into the party, but they didn't enact it one doggone thing. And so therefore, it just proves to us that we have a lot to do in coming together. The Black Lives Matter movement with the police officers. Let me say this right quick. Black Lives Matter, please understand this. They are pushing our buttons to make us look like the enemy so they can justify taking us to martial law. Okay? They're finding any kind of excuse to do so. So stand your ground. And if you need a speaker to help lead and guide you, please contact me. Go to my website, Michael D. Landingham on Facebook, or All Lives United. And all my info is on there if you're interested to really solve the issues at hand that we all face as Americans. God is a powerful God. God is an awesome God, where knowing that what we've been through as a people, black people, that he doesn't put more on us than we can bear. And that means we're strong. We're made strong for a reason, in order to show that, our teachings that we got from Martin Luther King about nonviolence, about understanding exactly where we were, how we got to this place, and how we can move forward and follow the dream and aspirations that Dr. King has spoke. I think it's very important that we can conclude to that very quickly. If we don't, if we fall into hatred, fall into misguided representation of people who think they know more than what the truth is, we got to have a second look at that and have a little bit more patience. But every cop is not bad, every black person is not bad, and some sheriff named Sheriff Clark, he needs to go sit his butt down, because he doesn't know. It's a shame to see a black man up there with such power, and he's just so blinded that can't see far beyond his own horizon. He need to check himself. I think he need to do some praying and some soul searching, and to realize who the real enemy, and that's the establishment. My Amarillo almost fell. So let us come together in solidarity, and All Landingham United is a page where, All Lives United is a page where we have the middle road. We have the bridge for all people to come together. And as speaker, as a leader, I'm here to guide us Americans to the promise of equal opportunity, equal justice, equal means and ways to go to school, and affordable health care and whatnot we need to do, and help heal our world from all the tragedy and all the mess that our government has done. I want you to stand by for All Landingham United Incorporated Part 2, because my time is almost up on Part 1. And just remember that everything that is of God and everything that is set in motion for us by God must be completed with every fiber in our being. We have to fight. You got the ones who hate fighting to keep the hate going, so we got to use love and solidarity and coming together, whites and blacks, Latinos, all of us, and we can achieve the impossible. Stand by for All Lives United Part 2.